Hi, welcome to Dan Time with Dan. Me. Class. I don't know if you could hear that because my mic only picks up certain things. I slammed my notebook against the freaking counter. Okay, I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood today. Mercury's in retrograde. Okay. And everything in my life has been annoying lately. Really annoying. Everything has been so annoying. I'm so annoyed with myself. I'm annoyed with the world. I'm annoyed with the way things are going. And I'm going to blame it on astrological events because everything is out of my control right now. And I feel better when I blame it on the moon and the sun and the stars. Yes, girl. Give us nothing. As per usual, I have prepared these topics for you. Yes, I write these episodes. Oh my god, there's a bunch of birds outside. What the fuck? There's a bunch of birds outside. Okay. I've prepared a few important topics for you today that have come across my desk in the past week or so, and we're going to go over them together. I think we need to talk about these things together. First up, that era of sweet foods where it was just way too much going on, where it was like, I'm thinking 2015 to 2016 when we had oh god, when we had the unicorn frappes, the freak shakes, the galaxy cakes, the rainbow bagels, all that kind of stuff. Okay? Like mermaid theme, unicorn themed, rainbow everything, just dumping buckets, buckets and buckets and buckets of gel food dye of every color, every shade that you could think of into every food imaginable. And then on top of that, dumping a bunch of sugar and cotton candy and cake and just piling stuff on constantly. That era. That's the era that I'm thinking about. And I am not happy about it. I'm not happy about it, gang. Why was that allowed? Why were we doing that? What was going on? What was happening? What was in the air? It was overindulgence in every aspect. And when I was researching, researching air quotes with my notebook in hand, I was going to try to say that this had something to do with politics and the way that politics were at the time, because at this time Donald Trump got elected, like the first time around. Sorry to say the name out loud. You're not supposed to say the name. That's naughty. 47 is what we're supposed to say, right? It's what we're treating him like Voldemort, I've heard. Or so I've heard online. The millennials seem to be doing that, living their Harry Potter fantasy. We all cope in different ways, girl. I get it. But I was going to try to point out that there was some sort of something in the air in 2015, 2016, where everything was just like a weird alternate timeline where everyone was like, "Yay! Donald Trump, President Trump, President Trump, please save us, President Trump.
President Trump, if you see this, please save us."
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to find some sort of connection between this like reckless, carefree attitude and how everything was engineered for the internet. It felt like everything revolved around the internet. Like the internet was the core of the universe at that point in time. Memes got Trump into office, right? The support on the internet for him and the fact that he was much more popular like meme wise and stuff, that really pushed him into office and unfortunately got young voters more connected to him than to Hillary and stuff. It was shit like that. And the food was even like that. The food revolved around the internet. Yes, this is the point that I'm trying to make. I'm figuring it out in real time. This idea that everything revolved around being viral and everything was expected to be posted to the internet and that vibe. The point I think I'm trying to make here is that all of these foods came upon us because they were created specifically to go viral on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, because those were the big three at the time. Twitter, not so much. They were all engineered in a lab so that people would take pictures of them and put visco filters on them, post them on Instagram, and then everyone else would get jealous. Mostly 14-year-old girls would get jealous and be like, I need that. I need to go get that. I say 14-year-old girls because I was 15, 16 around that time. And I saw that online, all the rainbow bagels and the unicorn frappes and stuff, and I was like, if I get my hands on one of those and I post a picture with it on Instagram, I am going to be the coolest person in class. No one will be on my level. My Instagram will be the best out of anyone for this week. If I get my hands on a unicorn frap, a rainbow bagel, a rainbow something. Everything was so sweet. Everything had so much going on. It was all too much. Doing way too much with everything. And it was always dessert foods. I guess because you can get a little bit more colorful and crazy with a dessert food. Because it's more novelty-ish, but oh god. My personal experience with these foods, like I said, I was 15, 16 and I desperately wanted them so I'd look cool on Instagram, but also I did go to Sugar Factory in New York City. It's like a chain. It's in a bunch of different cities, but it's basically like a candy shop restaurant hybrid, and everything's sort of like candy themed, and they incorporate candy and colorful things into a lot of their foods. It's very like novelty, gimmicky stuff, right? And I went there and I got one of the big goblet drinks, like the fish bowls full of candy and liquor. And this was obviously in more recent years after I turned 21. Okay. And I was living my teenage fantasies out. I had the money and I was in the location for it. I grew up very rural. We did not have rainbow unicorn frap and fancy bagels where I was from. All right. We had the Amish driving a cart. That was our entertainment. I went to Sugar Factory and I got their rainbow sliders, but I want to call them pretty patties because that's what they looked like. It literally looked like pretty patties from SpongeBob. And my girlfriend and I had them. And when I tell you, this is gross. This gross warning. Gross warning. We were shitting rainbows for days afterwards. I'm pretty sure my intestines, the whole way, all of the intestines were dyed for at least a little bit. They may still be. I don't know. The amount of food dye that came out of me, shocking, alarming, horrifying, too much. So that was my first time really eating one of these like rainbow foods, and it was in like 2022 or something, but I got it because I never got it when I was a kid because we didn't have access to that in Amish country. But I got one and no. No, 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 no. No. I truly think in I'm almost 25 now. I don't think that my body could handle and process even now. No. Not possible. Speaking of candy, sweets, things of that nature, let's talk about 50% off Hallmark holiday sweets. When I say Hallmark holiday, I mean Valentine's Day. Well, okay. I meant Valentine's Day and Easter, but Easter isn't really a Hallmark holiday, is it? It's more of a religious thing. Yikes. It was always a Hallmark holiday for me because I didn't grow up in the church. I grew up church adjacent. Um, my parents didn't raise me religious, but everyone in my community was very Catholic or very Christian. And I went to a summer camp that was extremely Christian. And they made me pray because they told me I was gay and all this. That's a whole other video. Okay. But, okay, the Hallmark holiday sweets, they're cheap and stupid and mass produced and put into shitty, gimmicky plastic uh, containers, right? But, but after the holiday, like right afterwards, when you go and they're all 50% off and they're just trying to get them out, and there's like, I guess every store ever, especially like Walgreens, they just like what is the word for it? Like overbuy, over purchase. There's a surplus. There's a surplus of holiday themed bullshit that they need to get rid of. And that's your problem. And boy, is it a good problem to have because they make it all 50% off. And some of it is pretty good. Some of it is pretty good. I think it tastes better when it's 50% off. I think the flavor elevates. The price elevates the flavor. That's what I'm trying to say. I have bought candy like that for the holiday, like to give it to someone or whatever, and it's never tasted as good. Like when I've received it or when I've given it, it's never tasted as good as when I've bought it the day afterwards and it's been sitting there a little bit. And like, you know, when you get like really good chocolates and it has like the white on it, if it's kind of old, nothing feels better than saving money on candy and sweets that are horrible for you, especially because you're saving that money and you're going to spend it on Ozempic later. I need to workshop that. That joke is really messy. That's not good. I need to work on the timing of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Today is bad. I'm bad. Not doing good today. Speaking of doing awful, let's talk about ovulation. Ovulation. Specifically, ovulating as a man and what that's like. Um, so ovulation in general is crazy. You're literally an animal going into heat. Omegaverse vibes, 100%. Okay, girl, take your heat suppressants. That's the vibe. Ovulation, you literally feel like you're going insane. It's like, I need to get pregnant right now, right now, right now. That's the vibe. When you add testosterone into the mix, oh my God. What? I need to be locked in a cage. Like, actually. Ovulating on testosterone, most intense level of arousal, anger, emotion I have ever felt. Oh my God. Ugh. I'm like gagging thinking about it. You feel like a werewolf. Like, actually, your body is getting hairier. You're hungrier. You're, I don't want to say angrier. You feel a lot more intensely. Just like that's how it feels when you are ovulating and you have testosterone in your system. You are hairy, horny, hard, slicked up from the back to the front. Lick my crack. No. You are slicked up from the back to the front, down the thigh, 24/7. 24/7 for those few days that it's happening, you know? Okay, this is personal. Personal opinion alert, personal experience alert. But I've always kind of struggled with ovulation. I've always had a funky uterus. My shit has never agreed with me. But I always kind of struggled with it before testosterone, but now, and this has been like a really weird change for me. Now when I have it, I'm like, I gotta get pregnant. Dude, I gotta get pregnant. I'm gonna tear out my IUD right now and I'm gonna go find someone and I'm gonna go get pregnant because that's what needs to happen. In this moment, right now, I need to get pregnant. I need to have a baby in me right now. That needs to happen. And I feel very empty without that. That's how I feel during that. And I mean, I think most people feel that during regular ovulation, but something I never felt that before. I never felt that level of insanity and intensity until I went on testosterone. Maybe that was just something with me and my brain and my body and how that works. But yeah, now I'm literally like, if I don't get pregnant right now, the claws are coming out. We're going to go run around in the woods and we're going to howl at the moon and we're going to bite hard. I'm trying to think of an Omegaverse joke, but nothing is coming to me right now because I really unironically enjoy Omegaverse fanfiction, and that's always been something that I've really connected with and really liked. Should I be telling you this? I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you that. Anyways, here are my ins and outs this week. Ins, Skyrim. I've been playing it constantly. Love it. Play it every single day. I've played it all the way through multiple times throughout my life. It's the best game ever. I've never been a Fallout girly. I've always been a Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind girly. Best Bethesda franchise over Fallout every time. Love. Where's the Skyrim show? Bring it on. And please cast me in it. Just because I would like to be there for the vibes. I think it would be really fun. Give me that sweet roll. Give me that canonically correct sweet roll. Jesus. Oh my god. 2. Sad music. I'm talking Radiohead. I'm talking Lord. I'm talking Fugazi. Turn it up. Everything sucks. The world is evil and bad. Mercury is in retrograde. I already said it. Everything's evil and bad. Just listen to sad music. It makes me feel better. 3. Green juice. Love green juice. And it's on this list because I was drinking it when I was writing everything down. And I love it. I drink it every single day. I love my green juice because it's the only way you can get greens inside of me because I'm very picky. Just kidding. Not really. Can you hear my cat screaming? Jesus. My cat does not like when I sing. So, outs. Astrology. It's pissing me off. That's it. My astrology has been bad lately, so it's out this week. Womp womp. Brain surgeons. No, you don't need to be all up in there touching me like that. And while I'm awake, like I'm awake and you're poking around in my soft bits in my head, way too intimate, way too vulnerable. No, you cannot be in there. What if they like open it up and you can like see? Obviously, this is not how it works, but in some way, I'm afraid that this is going to happen. That if I ever had to have brain surgery, they're going to open it up and they're going to like know what I'm thinking or something, or like they're going to poke something and I'm gonna say like one of my deepest darkest secrets, or I'm gonna say something super embarrassing and stupid, and everyone's gonna be like, and the brain surgeon is gonna be like, why would you do that? That's literally so cringe. You're weird. While they're in my brain. Just scary hypothetical that I think about sometimes. Acrylic paint. What are we in second grade? Grow up. Use oil paint, or watercolor, or something fun, something with some texture. Acrylic paint. Grow up. Okay, that's it. I'm so annoyed today. The vibes have been atrocious. This Mercury retrograde is really getting me in my head. Maybe it's not the Mercury retrograde. Maybe I'm just stupid and bad. What if I am just stupid and bad? And this is me figuring out that I'm stupid and bad. Much to think about. Anyways, goodbye. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching. It was so nice seeing you. Bye.